This is stage 1 of a 2-stage custom fit demonstration in CopyCAD Pro. We're going to be designing a bespoke helmet, not only unique in design but also customized to tailor fit the model. The overall aims of the demonstration are to demonstrate CopyCAD Pro as a Tribrid modeler that can work with solids, surfaces and triangles. In stage 1 we're going to look at triangle repair and editing, dynamic sectioning, curve creation techniques, and the creation and editing of surfaces. If we select the image that is part of the HTML rolling demonstration, it will load this model in. We can see we already have a helmet design. We also have a triangle mesh model representing scan data of the model. If we view this from the side, we can use our dynamic sectioning function to see how well this helmet currently fits the model. If we take a section through the model and zoom in, we can see that we currently have large gaps between the triangle mesh model representing the model's head and the inner surface of the helmet, and we also have parts where the inner surface of the helmet intersects with the head. First of all, we can concentrate just on the triangle model. We can see that we have several holes in the model. If we select this and open up our triangle editing functions, we can select our fill hole function, and then by simply selecting the holes, CopyCAD Pro will automatically fill the holes. We then want to look at refining the triangles in this area. By that we mean that if we select the triangles in this part of the model, you can see that we currently have quite large triangles. We select this side as well. We can then apply. If we select the triangles again, you can see that we now have much smaller triangles as they have been refined by this value. Then, under our general edits options, we can open up our interactive triangle editing form and use this to smooth out our triangle model. You can see as we move around the model, it is removing any high spots or lifting any low points in the model. Once we have done that, we can take a look at the inner portion of the helmet. We can delete the inner surface as it won't be needed. We can then look at this base surface. If we turn on trim region editing, we can select and delete any trimming curves that have been incorporated into this surface. If we turn on the head now, we'll notice that this lower surface intersects with the triangle mesh model. If we select both of these, we can create a curve that is representative of that intersection. So if we turn this level off, we can see that we now have a curve representing where that surface intersects with the model. Before we continue, what we're going to do is select the mesh model, create a copy, and we're going to place that copy on level 20, keep the level turned off, so that we can come back later on in the demonstration and analyze how well the new helmet fits the model. We can then select this curve, use it to limit the triangle model, With the triangle selected, we can create an oblique curve with the following values. That creates a selection of curves across the model. We can create them across the y-axis as well. If we select the triangles now and delete them, you can see the curves that we have created. Each of these curves is representative of the triangle model across that section. Then, looking at our unique automatic surfacing function, we can select the type of surface, enter the Advanced tab. If we then select all of the wireframe and preview that, it will automatically generate the most appropriate type of surface to suit the wireframe that we have selected. We can apply that. We can then select and delete all of the wireframe as it's no longer needed. The surface that we have here is at the moment an exact representation of the head of the model, so we're going to need to offset the surface. You can see that the surface has grown in size slightly. If we turn on the other portions of the inner section of the helmet, we can select this inner surface and reverse it. We can then create a fillet surface between this and the base surface of the inner helmet. If we select one of the grey surfaces, we can paste the attributes. These are things such as colour, style, material, etc. onto the new surfaces. If we turn on the rest of the helmet, we can now turn on level 20, which was the copy of the head that we created earlier. And if we again use our dynamic sectioning function to take a look at how well the helmet fits the model now that it has been modified. If we take a closer look at this, you can see that first of all, the inner surface of the helmet no longer intersects with the head of the model, and secondly, you can see that you now have a very neat, uniform gap between the inner surface of the helmet and the outer surface that is representative of the head of the model. So, using CopyCAD Pro, we have seen how we can edit and repair triangle data. We've looked at some of our viewing options and analysis options. We've looked at a number of curve creation techniques, and we've looked at detailed surface creation and editing.